G'day Bobby, tradie. You know what I'm up to today? I've actually, the neighbour's come over with a few jobs, but one of them is important. She needs a door replaced on her garage, so that's what I'm about to do. You're going to watch me through the process. I don't really know what I'm doing, so it's going to be interesting. Hopefully I make a success of it, and if so, then I'll be able to go forward and do lots more of them if people ask. But that's what it's all about today. The video is hanging a door. G'day Bobby, tradie. Another project's on the go. So it's Friday evening. I've got some preparations at hand. I've just gone and purchased an external door for a garage across the road, and I've got to fit that door tomorrow. So cut the for where the hardware goes into the door, and also the hinges. The door itself is, I'll swing you around. I've just got to cover it up because it may rain, but that's the door. And the other pieces I'll be using is the drill bit to drill the hole out for the handle. That drill bit, the 25mm drill bit, that'll be used to take the lock. And these small screws, they're hinge screws. Those small ones will go in the hinge that is on the frame. And these hinge screws, they're going to go into the door part of the hinge. It'll go into the timber. So we're all set. And I've got a chisel to do the chiseling out of the areas as well, so that everything sits flush. Doors are actually, they've got to be, they can be tricky if you don't have all the hinges and fittings sitting flush with the timber. Okay, tomorrow. So the door is actually, it measures 2040 mil by 820 wide by 35mm deep. So that's the measurement. 2040 by 820 by 35. So you could go off 40, but I think the 40 is going to be too thick. The difference in price was quite a bit too. 76 for this door, and the 40 thick is was 126, so a little bit of difference in the price, but anyway, we're going with the same width thickness as what I'm replacing, which is all rotten. I'll show you that tomorrow. So I've got the new door laying on the planks, and it's all ready. I'll measure that up. So the gap we've got is let's just measure the old door. What have we got? 210, and the new door, the template is 240, so we've got 30 mil we have to take off. I might take off 15 at each end, so I'll it's 15. There. 15 there. So I've marked that up already with a pencil, just so you know. And that's at 15. So I'll cut that with the saw, circular saw, and the same at this end, 15. There's a reason I'm doing that. The core of these doors is hollow, which means it's got some, it's basically hollow with cardboard there to give it some strength. So I don't want to cut too down deep into from the top either end, because I'll hit the hollow area. Hopefully only going 15 mil down, it won't impact. So let's clamp. Let's clamp with the saw. Okay, so I'll flip the door around. I've got the new area I've got to cut down here. I know I've got 210 to play with, and the line down here I'm cutting on is right on 210. Make sure it's this side as well. Yep, 210. So we're right on 210. I'm going to clamp now a guiding piece here. Let's just make sure that okay, it's right on 210 there. Okay, so now I've got the door on its side. I actually need to prepare for chiseling out the hinges. So I know from the top of the door the hinge is 200 down exactly. 200. So I've got the mats under it. Now, going to what I'm doing is cutting some very shallow areas just to help with the chiseling out. That'll do. So okay, so let's just have a look at how the chiseling out. What I've done is I've just seen if that is covered by the chisel. And it is, feels like there's a high spot here, so I'll get rid of that. Moving along here, see this, it's very even. Again, feels like there's a bit of a high spot in the middle, but it's almost right, exactly what it needs to be. And you can see from this angle, using the square, you can see how much it is out, how much has been chiseled out, and how even it is, and it looks pretty good. This side here. Okay, so that's I'll go over now and measure where the handle needs to go. So to get my detail here, you can see that I'm slightly longer this door, so and I know it's going to be a hair away to fitting, but the chiselled out sections are matching up very close. That's identical. That is, you know, a couple of mil out. I'll drill a pilot hole now through the door, and let's say that on the other side, you know exactly. So we've chiselled out the barrel area, and when I put the barrel over it, it's perfect. So that's going to fit there perfect. I'll measure now halfway between there and there, get the centre point, and I'll drill the hole for that barrel. Now that hole's got to be, there's the barrel, the hole's going to do it, the 25 mil. For the barrel to go in. Had to nick up to mitre 10 because the drill bit, let's just see if I can find it. There it is in the drill. That is absolutely, when you see it, ripping the timber. So it's not going to do it without destroying that. So I've had to purchase another sort of, which is like a, what do they call it? It's a Sutton Tools, obviously. It's a cobalt hole saw. So that should improve this part of it. Now this is becoming a circus because I've bought the drill bit $21 and find that it needs a piece that actually goes into there to allow it to be attached to the drill so it'll work. So I've now got to go out to Bunnings again in the heavy Saturday traffic and see if we can find what I'm after. But I'm starting to lose patience, get hungry, tired and bothered. Okay, so I'm now back from Total Tools, it was in Airport West, where for the drill piece I'd bought, I've bought the drill piece arbor, which is what screws into it and connects it to the drill. And I've got also another sort of drill piece just in case the white one doesn't work properly. So I should now be right to drill this barrel hole in the door. We'll see how we go. So I've now got the arbor attached to the whole drill bit, and we'll see if it works. I think what I'm going to do is drill the major hole first. For the handle, this one, I'll drill that hole first, and I think then the piece will drop down from the barrel. Okay, so we're going with the handle hole. So we'll do the second one now. I'll just show you there is a pilot hole there. So that one will guide, hopefully that'll guide me through. Let's see how this goes. Okay, so Phil. Okay, that's come out nice. It's come out nice. So we've now got with our hole drills. You can see we've now got our nice holes ready to fit our hardware. Let's see how that goes in. Ooh, this is scary. Time to screw this in. I've got a couple of screws here and I'm going to drill some pilot holes before I screw them in, just to be safe. So we've now fitted the hardware, the handles, and they're all perfect. We'll have to take them off to paint the door, but that's good. It's very good. Now all I need to do is just fit it to the door over at the house, and there's still plenty of chance for this not lining up with the hinge and the catch. Anyway, let's get it over to the house. So we've tried to fit the door, and it's out, obviously. We thought it might be about 3 or 4 mil out, and it is, and it won't fit as a result, so I've got to trim that back now. So I've taken all the fittings off now again, and I'm painting it. So I've given it one coat. And now that I've got all the fittings on and everything should fit, I've cut the excess 3 and 4 mil off the bottom, and I'll give it another coat, and probably 2 coats, and that will it'll be ready to put up. So we've had a second coat. You can see now it's really starting to hide the green. So it just needs now a top coat or 2 of the whatever colour it's going to be, which I'll find out from the customer. Okay, so I'm about to do the top coat. I've mixed it up. It's been sitting in the shed for a while. It's a aqua enamel, which is the water-based enamel, and it's sort of a very pale grey. Not a colour I would choose, but it's with the tone of the house. So I'll just show you as we get the first little bit on. Oh, gee, it's strong up against the white. Boy, oh boy. There you go, so one coat of the grey. It's coming up really well. It's covered nicely, so it's now had 3 coats of paint, this door. So it'll go a long way to keeping the weather out. So I brought the door, it's all complete in terms of the prep work and painting. I've just had a temporary fit. I'm drilling pilot holes for the screws. I want to do them a little bit bigger to match the screw, and I need to chisel out slightly here on the bottom hinge. So, because I'm just noticing when I got the top one in, you can see there the main screws have gone in. I just noticed that it was just missing down here slightly. So I'm going to chisel out a little bit there, and I'm going to do slightly bigger pilot holes. All right, let's take it from there. So I've got the door on, and you can see there's no gas, but it's very tight here. So I'm going to plane a little bit off there because it's slammed shut in the wind, and there's a tiny little bit of grabbing down here. So hopefully when I take that off here, this area, it'll shut okay, and I won't need to plane the bottom, which means taking the door off, which would be a bloody nuisance. So anyway, that's the door in place. It covers, and I'm reasonably happy with that at the moment. She's going along all right. So I've done the planing, and you can see there the fit is nice gap, reasonably, well, it's not even, but it's as good as I can get it. And down the bottom there, we're now opening and closing without any touching at all. So that's what you want, otherwise it's going to rip. The materials are so soft, it'll rip that lining board off the frame. So let's go inside. Yeah, covers nicely. Yep, that's good. So I just have to paint it now. Damn it, I have to take it off again and give it a coat of paint. To stop water getting to it. Okay, that's that. So there's just the touch up with the undercoat. I don't know whether you can see it in the sunlight, but that's the white undercoat. Then I'll just do 2 top coats of the grey, but in the sunshine it's going to dry really quickly, and then the job will be done. We'll get it, the fittings in and hook back up. Well, it's now 1 o'clock and I've been going at it. It's a hot day, and I've made a fatal error. I've taken the door off to fit the fittings. So here's your hinges. Now these hinges are going to be fitted over to here, and I've put the door handle on, which is going to close like that. Got on the wrong way around. It's meant to be around so that that's pushing against that here, and the way I've got it, it's the opposite obviously. So now I've got to take all that off and start again. So I'm losing my patience just quietly. Anyway, we'll see how we go. Just wanted you to see that. I wouldn't normally tape it, but just mistakes can be made even by the best of us. Finally done. It's all done. I want to swing you around. I've got it's not grabbing at all, and I've got the customer coming out now. Kathy,
yay!
how is it?
Good.
Okay,
Perfect.
close it and see if it locks. Let's give it the test.
The test.
Oh, no rubbing.
No rubbing.
Oh, beautiful. It's all painted. It's all had the 4 coats of paint. That's great. And we're very, well, I'm happy with that, and I think Kathy is, obviously.
Yeah, no, it's brilliant.
Yeah.
Next for the other job, stay tuned.
Okay. All right, so that's, it took a day fluffing around, but we got it done in the end. See ya.